Hi, it's Apocalypse Effects here, and today I will be showing you how to make an intro in Blender 2.72 or 2.73. I'm using 2.72, so I'm pretty sure it'll work on earlier versions, but not like the very first version. But if you have a version that does not have cycles render in the render options, then just go into blender.org to get the most recent update. So I'm gonna start a new file, and this video won't really be for beginners, but it'll be kind of for beginners. But if you don't really know how to use Blender, I'll put a tutorial, I don't know when, but I'll put a tutorial sometime. So we're going to press X to delete the default cube, and then we're going to go up here, change the render engine to cycles render, and go click on create here, and scroll down, and click text. So now, as you can see, the text is just laying flat down on the ground, and we don't want that. So press on your keyboard, then press X, then type 9, then 0, press enter, and now you can see your text is standing up. So now we're gonna change the text from to something else, like your name. So now we have a nice text object, but it is completely flat, and so we're going to extrude the text a bit. So go over here, I'm just going to 1 minute. Go over into the text options and go to geometry, make sure that's clicked, and click on extrude, delete, and click 0.100, and that will extrude the text. You can adjust the options by holding down, like click, yeah, and I'll keep it at 100 for now. It's pretty good. But I do not like the default Blender font, and I think it looks really crappy. So I'm going to take one of the fonts that I have on my computer. So go down to font, make sure that's checked. Go click on regular and click on this. Find where your fonts are, and I'm going to choose Pepsi font. So now we have a nice little text object. So when we go into our camera, well, to go into your camera, you click View and click Camera, or if you have a numpad, which I don't because I'm using a laptop, then you click Numpad 0. Numpad is the keyboard on the little number pad on the side of your keyboard, and click 0 on that, and it'll go to your camera. And as you can see, my camera's up here. It's a weird angle for the text. So to fix that, click front or one on the numpad, then click view again, align view, align active camera to view, or control alt numpad 0, and now your camera's in the center, but your text is over there. So you're gonna wanna go down, make sure paragraph is clicked, go on align, and click center. So now your text is in the center of the camera, but it's up a little bit, so click on the blue arrow and drag it down. And if you want it to be bigger or smaller, then click S on your keyboard and move your cursor up to make it bigger and down to make it smaller. And look, I'll make it upside down, but I don't want that. So I'm going to make it like that. Oops, can't see, there we go. And so now if I click render image, it's gonna look really crappy. So, well, it looks fine for now, but I'm gonna adjust the lighting and adjust the material on the text. So first I'm going to adjust the material. So go to the materials tab over here, this one, and click new. Make sure you're on cycles render for this, like make sure, because this is how I like doing it. And what you're going to want to do, click on preview, just so you can see what it looks like, and choose a color that you'd like. Say I like blue, so I'm going to click a blue one, and I'll change it to that. And if you want to see the actual texture in your viewport here, click on viewport color and change it to what you want it to look like through the viewport. So now it's just nice blue material, and we're gonna change what the world looks like on the background. So you're gonna click surface, click use nodes, and I'm gonna make this a little bit brighter because I like bright light. And we are going to change the background, make it like a kind of a grayish blue. I'll make it a little bit lighter. Sorry, I'm taking a while. There, that's fine. I don't care for now. I'm just doing this for now. And we're gonna adjust the lighting, because if we look at the lighting here, it's not the best lighting in the world. So we're gonna go over to here, or if you want a shortcut to get there, Shift A, add lamp, sun lamp. Go to camera view, drag this up, make sure it's aligned with the text as mine is, drag it up, and what I like to do usually is put it behind the camera, click R for rotation, click X, and drag your cursor over and make it shining on the text. So when we render it, we'll have a nice text. But you can see, if I zoom in, that's really, really pixelated. So press escape to get out of the render, and go over to this little camera option, which is the render option, and then you're going to want to scroll down and click sampling, click on samples. Make sure you don't click on preview, because that's going to make it so when you preview the render in like this, it's going to be really good. It's going to look really cool, but don't click that. Just click on render and click, I don't know, I'll do 100 for now. So when it'll finish sampling at 100 samples. So that, okay. So it's gonna just do its thing. And as you can see, it looks much better, and there's not as many pixels, and it looks nice and clean. So I might make another light here, and I'll change this, go into the little light option, scroll up if it's already down, and I'm going to change that, another sun, get one on the back, move it back, RX, go like that, and that's good. So, if you want to add music or anything to your video, what you're going to want to do is click this, go to Video Sequence Editor, and add sound, desktop, why is that named that? I usually just, like, I don't know, I used to just, do YouTube to MP3 and download different, like, songs from other people's intros, and I like, I don't know, I'll just take, this, and turn up my volume, and as you can see, that it goes to only 250 frames, and this intro ends at 293. So you're gonna wanna go down here, click end, and click 293 or whatever frame yours ends at. So now if I play it, it sounds like this. So that's going to be the song that I want for my intro. So I'm going to click free view, go out. And now when I go like this. Okay, I'm not going to play it again. But when I go like that, you can hear it. So to add effects to your text and to the background, there's two ways. You can either do it in compositing, which is using nodes, which I do not like because it's complicated. So we're not going to do that today. We might do that at another video, but today we are going to use the video editor right here. So that is much easier. So click add, scene, click your scene, the thing you just made, and it'll show it when it's not rendered. So, say, I don't know what I want to add. I'll just add movie, desktop. I'll add, here we go. This is these little particles. So, it'll show the particles. So, it'll just show the particles in front of the text, and we do not want that. So click blend and click add. So it won't show the text as being rendered, but it'll show the particles as being rendered, as being good. And so you can see the particles in the background, which is really cool. Yeah, okay. So we also want a shockwave, so I'm gonna find the frame where the bass drops. So it is 77. So I'm going to stay on 77. Make your little green cursor is on 77. Click add, movie, wherever yours is. And I'm going to select this blue shockwave that I like using. So blend, add, bam. It's going to be kind of laggy depending on how powerful the computer is. Mine isn't super powerful. It's a laptop. But as you can see, if I scroll along, there's a shockwave. So you can add as many things as you want. And if I'm not going to make a super complicated one for this is just if you want to make a normal intro. And so now we are going to get into animating. So to animate, what you're going to want to do is click on your text object, right click, and you're going to put it to where you want at the start of the animation. And say I want it like that. I'll click R, then X to rotate it like this. And at the start, I'm going to want it to be like that. Then click I, and click location, rotation, scale, or lockrod scale. And then we're going to go to 77 to where our beat drops, and we're going to want to RX, and I'm going to want to go like get it upright, a little bit forward, like there. And I'm going to want to drag the blue arrow down, drag this up a little bit, there. So now it's nice in the middle, and click I, then location, rotation, scale. And now if we play it, it's good. And when it gets up, bam. And then when it gets to 77, the shockwave will play and it'll be all cool. And we're not gonna keep the text like that for the whole intro. That's boring. Like, look at this. That's boring. So what you're gonna want to do is go to another frame, like, since we're on like pretty much 75, how about I go to 125? So go into this little tab here, type 125 or wherever, like a couple, like I don't know, 50 frames ahead of yours. That's what I did, or 48. And makes like I'm doing it on the x-axis. You can either do the z-axis where it's going like that, Command Z to undo, or it can do the y-axis where it spins around like that, Command Z to undo. And I'm doing it on the x-axis, so I'm gonna move it down again so it's going like that, so it keeps kind of rotating very slowly, so it looks like this. I'll make it like that. Looks pretty cool, I think. So, and you're gonna make it go like that and go down, and then I'll make it go up really slowly. So just left click, drag to a frame ahead, make it go up or whatever. Location, rotation, scale, and so it's like this. Yeah. So, and I'm just gonna make it go up a little bit more until here, because we don't want to do it until like right there, because I want to save something special for the end. So then what you're gonna want to do is make it just go up a tiny bit more, just so we get a little bit of stuff in there. And then at the very end, 293, we're gonna wanna grab the text, press S, size it up, move it down, size it up, move to the left or wherever it is, move it down again. I'm gonna find a good place for it. Press G to grab. I don't know, how about I do it inside the R at the end? And I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit. There we go. And I'm gonna wanna click R, RY. And I'm gonna wanna, oh my gosh. Ugh. Come on, you little bugger. There we go. Oh, freaking work. Okay, here we go. It's working now, I think. Yep, very slowly it's working. And now we have it on the R, and I'm gonna move it on the Z axis a little bit just so we get kind of a cool look. Zoom in a little bit. Scroll wheel. Click I, location, rotation, scale. And let's watch the intro here. Zoom in. Here we go. It looks really weird, so I'm gonna press Alt I, delete keyframe, and I'm gonna keep it like that. And I'm gonna go to the very end, 293 R Z I'm gonna spin it around. There. Now I'm gonna press S. This. G to grab. Move it wherever you want to. Click I, location, rotation, scale. And let's just look at the last part. That looks stupid. So sorry. I'll just do something. I don't freaking know what to do. Hold on, I'll just keep it like that for now. And so let's go into video editing. And I am gonna add an image background. So I'm just gonna pause the video and I'll be right back with an image background. Okay, so I'm back with an image background and I'm just gonna put it into the video. Gotta go into this very starting frame. Frame 1, here we go. Click add. It's an image. So what's the blue one? Intro background blue. Add image strip. And I'm gonna put the length to 293, which is how long the intro is. Ta-da. And I'm gonna blend type to add. So as you can see, we have this really freaking crazy, really bright image. So I'm gonna turn the opacity down so it's not affecting it so much. There we go, that's better. Because we look, if you turn it up like this, it's really hard to see. So if you just turn it down until you can actually read the text. There we go. That's a nice there. So now we are going to make it sync to the song. And that is kind of a long process, so I'm going to show you how to do it as quickly as possible. So I'm going to play the intro. It's like you can hear those sounds like this, like little. So those are when I'm going to make the screen pump. So I'm going to find a frame where it first does that. Okay, sorry. So 111. No, 111. Stupid idiot. There we go. Sorry for raging. And so I'm gonna set a keyframe here. Location, rotation, scale. Where is that? 125, 111, 14, the middle 14 is 7. So I'm gonna go 7 frames ahead. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I am going to go like this, select the camera, and okay, 1 minute. 111. That, whatever, screw this, I'm gonna get the text. So 111, 118, okay. 118, 125, okay. 11, 18. So we're gonna go to 118. We're gonna go over here, and we're gonna, okay. And yeah, and we're gonna adjust the Y values. Zoom in a bit. And then go to, where were we? 1 minute. 125. So at 125, this is gonna go back, down. So this is it. You can adjust how long you want it. I just chose I just chose 17 frames. So I think that's pretty good. So just repeat that process through the whole intro if you want. I'm not going to do that, but if you want to sync it to the song in Blender, you can do that. You can also do it in After Effects. I'll make a tutorial for that sometime. You can do it in iMovie with the Ken Burns effect. You can do it in pretty much any program, just with keyframing or different things. So Alt-I, delete keyframe, Alt-I, and Alt-I. And stop the text again. So here's a nice intro, blah, blah, blah. And now we're going to change the render options. It's not going to be that hard. You just have to choose where you want it to go to. Well, you want the thing to go to. I'm going to turn this to, I don't know, 16, 0.100, 0.5. I'll keep that at 100. And so make sure output is clicked on. And you're going to want to go down to placeholders. Oh, not placeholders, I mean go down here and click QuickTime. And that's what I usually use. It's MP4. Turn the quality to 100. Audio codec. Whatever one you want. I use AAC. And change that to whatever you want. I usually keep it at default. And yeah, keep it at JPEG. And I'm going to click on this file. Click desktop, or wherever you want to save it to. And click and type whatever you want it to be named. Intro tutorial 1. And click accept. And that's all you have to do. And yeah, is there anything else I missed? Oh yeah, and if you want to add all the effects in a different program like After Effects, and you want the background to be transparent, so you add the backgrounds in After Effects, what you're going to want to do is go down, make sure film is ticked, and what you're going to want to do is click on transparent, and that'll make it so the background is invisible. Well, it'll be black until you put it in. And that's really all you have to do. So after I render it, oh yeah, to render it, you click on this and make sure it's on animation. If you click this, it'll make a bunch of pictures. So what you're going to want to do, click render animation, or go up here and click render animation, and I'm just going to start rendering it, and I'll just show you the finished product.